Hey, how's it going, web slingers? I am back with a new comic review, and that is going to be Spider-Man 850, or issue 49, if you're paying attention to the new numbers. I was going to include this with the last episode of Weekly Comics Pool, but look at this thing. Look how big this thing is. It's like practically a trade paperback in and of itself. I forgot how many pages this is. This is a really huge monster. It's got a double, triple sized main story, has 3 extra backup stories. It's gigantic. It's $9.99. So I decided to talk about it in and of itself. Before I start, I'm going to start with my own comic book series, Red Knight. It's available at manospublishing.com, and it's available in print and digital, and it's only $4.99. So, you know, that's a lot of good independent entertainment, half the price of this thing. All right, let's get going. Now, we're brought to you by our usual gang. This is Nick Spencer, and he's got Ryan Utley, who this is, I believe, his last issue, regular issue with the series. Alberto Ramos and Mark Bagley. Okay, long story short, if that's possible, Kindred is this mysterious villain that's been bringing back dead Spidey villains to cause him problems, and he's brought back the Sin Eater, who has never been resurrected, and he has come back with a magic gun that shoots people, that takes away their sins and gives him their powers. So he's becoming more and more dangerous as he's built a cult, and he's decided to go and save Norman Osborn, who is oddly in charge of the Ravencroft Institute. I'm not sure if I buy the explanation, but it's like, okay, we're doing this. So he takes his cult to go take him out, and Spider-Man is not on board with the idea because, like, yeah, he's not killing them, but he's doing something shady, and this is not going to be a good thing for people. He knows that he's connected to Kindred, and, you know, his intentions aren't good, so I can't let him do this, and like as much as it kills him. The Spider family, Miles, Gwen, Jessica, Julia, and let's see, Elena, I think her name is. They come up with a plan. Like, okay, look, we've all had visions of. Man, I even got to the issue yet. they decided to stop Spider-Man from doing this. They have this elaborate plan where they're going to let Sin Eater take out Green Goblin, because Green Goblin is supposedly in their visions going to kill Peter after he does it. So they hold off, and they're like, okay, we're going to let it happen. And Spider-Man jumps in, kind of screwing up this whole plan. So when they get in there, unfortunately, the Juggernaut has been held in Ravencroft. He's not over in Krakoa for some reason. Probably because he's not technically a mutant. So, hey, Sin Eater shoots Juggernaut, which is hilarious, because I'm pretty sure Juggernaut just laughed his ass off when he saw him point that gun at him, not realizing what it was. And, okay, Spidey, unfortunately, ends up tag teaming with, like, his worst enemy of all time. This is like Batman Joker teaming up, because the Sin Eater cult is coming after all of them. So they're kind of working together for the time being, because they have, like, this mutual interest of not having him taken out by the Sin Eater. Meanwhile, Julia, who's, by the way, Madam Web, is having everybody watch the event. By the way, that's when Gwen starts, like, arguing, like, you know what, maybe this is a bad plan. Maybe we should jump in on this. Which is interesting. It's not a case of them going, we should do something. I don't know, what should we do? Like, no, they have a plan. And then they start arguing about the plan. Like, maybe this isn't so hot of an idea. Okay, Sin Eater gets the powers of whoever he saves with the magic gun. And when he shoots Juggernaut, he gets his powers, which makes him into a chin puppet, essentially. I mean, he looks like a chin puppet, right? I'm not crazy, right? That's the first thing I saw when I saw this. Like, hey, his his face doesn't look like that normally. It's hilarious, but he's dangerous. So, like, he has the powers of the Juggernaut, and Spider-Man's faced him before as the Juggernaut, so it's kind of, he's a little more experienced, because, like, Norman's like, hey, what can we do about this? Then comes the huge moment where Spidey has, like, this rubble knocked onto him, and Norman Osborn saves him, of all people, I know. That's because he goes into... This gives him a chance to have a talk. It's been a while since they've had a real conversation between the two of them, and Norman admits to the time where he revealed his identity to Peter, and it was rejected by him, which was painful to him. Like, oh no, this serial killer has his feelings hurt. But this was him kind of reaching out to Peter, and Peter rejected him. I mean, it's possible through his explanation, like, maybe things could have been different if Peter had not. But of course, we'll never really know. But hey, they go back and Spider-Man uses his old plan from the original time they fought to kind of liquefy the ground they're on and melt him up and have him sink into the ground, which actually works. But Norman decides, of course, after it works, to kill him. And that's when... God, I love this moment, too, because Spidey is sinking into the ground as well after the Sin Eater. And Norman shows up above him on the glider, and he goes, hey, great, thanks, no... Oh, crap, you're going to do this to me. And he is. He's going to let him die, Phil Collins style, just watch you sink. But he's saved. By the way, I love that Gwen takes out Goblin here. And he is saved by the Spider family. And the original plan is to, let's get Norman away from the Sin Eater. That's until Norman starts acting like Norman. And he meets Gwen for the first time. And this is something, ever since Gwen Stacy as Spider-Gwen, or Ghost Spider, whatever you want to call her, had become a regular thing in the Spider-Man universe, in the regular 616 universe, this is kind of the scene I was looking forward to and dreading at the same time. What's going to happen if she's hanging out in this universe? She's going to eventually run into the Green Goblin. What's going to happen? And he is effectively creepy in this scene. And, of course, not only is he referring in this conversation to the time he killed this universe's Gwen, but he's also referring to their relationship in Sin's Past, which is, of course, arguably one of the most hated Spider-Man stories of all time. But this actually, I gotta hand it to Spencer. This is a great way of using a hated story in an effective way in modern context. Like, yeah, we hate that. It's gross. Well, we can put that hatred, disgust on him in this scene, the way it's written. Absolutely wonderful. And she's disgusted, and doing that right in front of Spider-Man was just not a smart move. He's in a whole vehicle full of spider people. And they all know what he did, and they know, like, he's on thin ice with them, and he does it anyway. And, of course, Peter's like, hey, I know you can handle yourself, but God damn it. You know what that does to me. And he throws him out. He, like, you know what, Sin Eater can have you. Fine. And, of course, that picks up to where Kindred is, who is about to do some stuff, and I've already read the next issue, so I know what he's up to. Pretty big, and we get into the 3 backup stories, and they're fun. The Kurt Busiek story is Spider-Man he's listening to the Beatles, and he starts using it to help him on a adventure, because he realizes the demon he's fighting kind of works on some sort of rhythmic pace, so he starts using the Beatles music as he's listening to it. Chris Pacello does the art, and I absolutely love Chris Pacello's art. He's an amazing Spider-Man artist. And now we get to Tradd Moore. I'm a big fan of Tradd Moore's art, and this is his debut as a writer. And I absolutely love it. His art is fantastic. He did the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. He did the Silver Surfer. I can't remember the name of the title on that, but he is an amazing artist. There's a lot of fun kind of creativity going on in his work. There's a lot of energy and imagination. It reminds me of some Jack Kirby stuff when he would really go cosmic, or Jim Steranko. All that kind of stuff. I absolutely love it. And Spidey goes into a pocket dimension where he runs into two magical beings fighting. This woman who is a knight fighting this dog that's a witch that's wearing a witch hat and a cape and boots. And she's called Tina Four Shoes. And I am instantly in love with Tina Four Shoes. I want a miniseries and ongoing appearances in the MCU. I want that now. I'm going to call it officially Tina Four Shoes is the best new character of the year. The end. There's no one better than Tina Four Shoes. And they escape. And Spider-Man mentions maybe introducing her to Doctor Strange. So I don't know. Maybe we might get more of Tina Four Shoes. That'd be great. And the last one is from Saladin Ahmed, and it is the artist on this is, have to excuse me, I forgot the artist name on this one. It's Aaron Cutter, and it's Family Affair. And it actually touches base with the Miles Morales continuity, where Starling is meeting with her grandpa, the Vulture, and Spider-Man rolls by, and he's like, "Oh no, Spider-Man, he's looking for me." By the way, Spider-Man has no idea he's there. So she goes to intercept him and say, "Hey, you get out of here. I'll hold him off." And they have a fight, and she has no idea how terrible the Vulture is. She only has his side of the story, and he gets her thinking during the fight. So I assume this is going to be picked back up in the pages of Miles. Nice bit of continuity. Like, hey, I have a chance to do some extra stuff here. Why not here? I really enjoyed this. Excuse me, motorcycle. I really enjoyed this. It may have been a little anticlimactic with the very last results and last scene, but I felt it kind of built up, pretty strongly. And just the play back and forth between Spider-Man, Norman Osborn, and also the rest of the Spider family and how they're dealing with it. The three backup stories are great. Come on, Tina Four Shoes, forget it. And then, of course, set up for, I believe, what feels like the climax. I think after 85,000 years, we're finally building up to the climax of Kindred, or at least getting into the end game of the whole thing. So I enjoyed this a lot. Art, of course, this page, from cover to cover, this is beautiful. There's not one bad page in this book. It's absolutely great. Mark Bagley, I always love seeing him. Roberto Ramos, and of course Ryan Utley. Sad he's leaving, but yeah, whatever. That's how it goes. People come and people go. So I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 round chips. I really did enjoy this. This was a lot of fun. So hey, did you read this? Or have you kind of drifted away from the Kindred mystery? And this, by the way, wouldn't be a bad time to come back, because it looks like the stuff is finally paying off. So let me know in the comment below. Did you hear that? This is how heavy this thing is. This is here's a regular issue. Actually, that sounds kind of the same. Never mind. So, hey, leave a comment below, subscribe, hit the notification bell for all things Manos. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr. I even have a TikTok. You can support Real Manos and Manos Publishing at Patreon for just $1 a month. That's all. That's it. So, I think that's it now, I believe. I think I've covered everything. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about the new comics that came out this week. Captain Marvel 22, and another Amazing Spider-Man came out a week later. So I'll be talking about that next time. I'm done. So push the button, Lindsay.